Hi, I'm Gisella. I'm a community herbalist here from the Charnwood area. We are organizing a forest gardening course and workshop here at the Fruit Roots in collaboration with the Loughborough University, and I'm so pleased that this is happening right here. I came across the idea of forest gardening and the principles, and I thought it would be fantastic to be able to design my own forest garden, because I grow my own vegetables and also medicinal plants, and I thought this was a really good idea, especially nowadays with climate change and how the whole environment is changing. The forest gardening principles, I feel they're very in connection with that to help us sustain nature and support soil health, and also introducing more perennial edible plants and medicinal plants. And so then, talking to Mita, we discovered that this was in unison and very much in line with the Fruit Roots principles. So when I started looking at designing my forest gardening, I came across the work of Tomas Remiarz. He's written this book about forest gardening in practice, and then I had the chance to meet with him at a permaculture event. Us talking about it and the fact that I hadn't been able to find something similar around this area sparked the idea of bringing that here to our local area. What a fantastic way of collaborate if we bring this and make it accessible from people around this area.
Tomas is a really renowned authority on the subject of forest gardening. He's been practicing for over 20 or 30 years, working with lots of different organisations across all different sites across the UK and Europe. So he's got a depth of knowledge and experience. This course is going to be such a treasure trove in terms of being able to dip into the experience that Tomas brings. Anyone who's looking to start a forest garden or perhaps has already started, it's really accessible to anyone at any level. Different environments, different green spaces, whether you're a commercial organisation like Loughborough University with green estate and you want to introduce change, especially around sustainability. Forest gardening is based on permaculture principles, and that's the care for the soil, care for the people, bringing together our needs as human beings. Like this orchard, we've got so many different fruit trees, but it's also an environment for wildlife, and it's also a cultural space for people to gather, opportunities for people to come together, work together creatively in a really beautiful environment. It's great for your well-being. In terms of why create a forest garden, I can't think of any reason why not to create a forest garden if you've got a green space. So on the course, what kind of things are we going to be looking at?
It's a course, a workshop. It's going to be 2 days over a weekend, so it makes it very practical for anybody who wants to attend. And the idea is that anybody who is perhaps already growing their own vegetables, perhaps in an allotment or at their own home, or even maybe starting to consider, I would like to grow and wants to start, learning a little bit more, is open for all of those. Even people who have studied forest gardening and they want to learn a few other things, that's really also perfect for them. So we're going to be looking at how to observe a site, and making those observations and bringing them into a plan. So planning, designing, and also then looking at how to grow the plants, how to mix them together and match them together, and then essentially being able to maintain that. Also lots of hands-on activities and discussion, which we think is the best way of learning. Really.
We're really lucky to be able to host this here at Fruit Roots, because obviously we've got access to so many different areas of wildlife spaces, more managed spaces, and also greenfield sites to make the observations from and work in for the practical exercises. Also hosting the indoor sessions at International House, which is a really beautiful space, its own gardens and wildlife areas. So we've got everything sort of on hand. The course dates are the 13th and the 14th of September. It's a Saturday and a Sunday, and you can book the spaces through Eventbrite, and that'll all be on our Roots newsletter, but also through the different social media channels.